Okay, guys. Today we're gonna be looking at this USD DKK H1. If you get to look at what we have here, you get to see that we have a lot of opportunities, which I want to show you. Okay, so first thing first, let's look at here. We have this low here. Okay, then we have this low that was being taken out. Okay, and also we have this price imbalance. Okay, so if you look, okay, this is the low and this is the lower low. Okay, and this is the high and this is the higher high. So you get to see that this is actually what? This is what we call a QML. Okay, so we have a QML here. So let's just do this. Okay, so we have a QML at this level. Let me just remove this. Okay, it's not necessary. Already know what the QML is. So if you also look at this level here, we also have a base, this candle here, okay? And then we have bearish candles, we have bearish candles. So this is a breaker, okay? If you don't know what a breaker is, you can go back to the previous videos about breakers and watch that, okay? So what we said last time is when we are trading breakers, okay, we want to see price failing for the first time to actually get here. So there is going to be a failure to retest, okay? So we want to see a failure to retest first, okay, before price get there and retest that level. So before price can actually get to this level and retest, we want to see this first, okay? So if we see this taking place, as you can see here, it sort of validates, okay, that we're going to see price getting to this level and drop, okay? And a lot of people, they say it's a fake out, okay? Yeah, they say it's a fake out. So there is going to be a fake out, okay? And then price is going to go down after that level. But also, if you look at here, based on what we discussed when we were talking about how to trade mitigation blocks and breakers, you get to see that from here, we see a smaller high here that has been formed and price went down a little bit and came back and took it out, okay? So you get to see that this already here, we have what? We have a breaker, okay? So let me just go to a smaller time frame so that it will be clear for you to see that we have a breaker here, okay? You see? This is what I'm talking about, see? This is what I'm talking about. And then price came back. This is a smaller high that we have. Price came back and take it. So if we look at from this angle, we get to see that this is a breaker, okay? So price will get to this level and actually get to go down. That's what we are expecting. So we also have a breaker and we also have a QML at the same price level. So it's not necessary for me to draw another line and try to show you, okay? And we also have a base, okay? If we switch to 1 hour time frame, you can see this base that we have, okay? So let's go back to our 4 hour time frame. So if we look at this level here, we have a lot of things that are here lining up here. Let me just indicate everything so that it will be clear for those of you who want to take notes. So we say we have an okay? That's the first thing we have. And then we have price imbalance. I'm not going to indicate that. You can just write it down. And then we have a QML. We also have a base. So we also have a base. And we also have a breaker. Okay. So we have a QML. We also have a breaker. So we get to see that there is a lot of confluence in this area, okay? So there are high chances that price will definitely do what we are expecting, okay? Based on the confluence that we have. We have a QML, we have a base, we have a breaker. And for those of you who are not clear on breakers, let me just clarify a little bit, okay? A breaker is something like this. See price doing something like this. Okay, let me leave it. I'll explain at the end of this video what is a breaker, so that I don't get to waste time for those who have been watching the content, okay? So then we get to look at the downside now. Look at the downside. So if we look at here, we get to see price has been going back and forth, back and forth. So there is not really much that we can actually say this is what we're going to be looking forward for, based on the idea that there is not much price imbalance, okay? So what we are looking for is price imbalance that we need to look out for, okay? So we get to see that our interested area, our area of interest is this, I mean. Why? Because we have price imbalance at this level, okay? And if you look close, we also have something that we can use as a point of reference at this level. So let me just take this, put it like this, yeah. And then you see, from the high, and then price dropped, okay? And price dropped. And then it went up, okay? So you get to see that in this level, we already have a breaker that we can use as a point of reference to actually buy when price get to this level, okay? So let me just start. Okay, let me put this here. Oh, there we go. So these are key level and these are second key level, okay? So when price get to this level, we're gonna see some buy. We want price to close this gap that has been created here, okay? So this is our breaker, but it's gonna be our bullish breaker. And this is our bearish breaker here, which lines up with our QML, lines up with our base, lines up with our breaker. And also we have an FTR at this level. And also we have price imbalance. Those are factors, okay, that line up together to say price is gonna sell at this level. So this is our most trusted level. And then also here we get to see that we have price imbalance, that price needs to come back and close, okay? So let's go back to our whiteboard. Let me just check the whiteboard. For those of you who are still not clear when it comes to mitigation and also breakers. So let's go on the whiteboard and show you what is a mitigation and what is an order block. So I will really appreciate your views, okay? I really appreciate your thoughts. Share your thoughts. What do you think price will do? Okay, here is what, let's take, we have the market doing something like this, okay? Let's say we have the market doing something like this. Market does something like this. Market does something like this. Let me remove this. Okay, let me just put the, okay, let me just, we have something like this. And then we have something like this. These are break, okay? So when price get to this level, we expect some selling to take place, okay? So when price get to this level, we expect some selling to take place, okay? So we can say this is our, bearish breaker. And also we can have a bullish breaker, which is what we saw. okay, where price will simply take out this and change direction, okay. So when price get to this level here, when price get to this level, it's gonna close all the gap here and then change direction. Then we're gonna see price going up like this. So this is a bullish breaker based on the fact that price needs to get to this level and start to be bullish, okay? And this is a bearish breaker because when price gets to this level, it has to be bearish, it has to sell, okay? So that's the concept of breakers in the nutshell. But what you can do, just go back to the previous videos, watch those videos where I explain how to trade breakers and mitigation block, okay? So without any waste of time, guys, shalom.